Hi Taurus, thanks for watching. This is a spiritual horoscope, so please take what resonates and release the rest. We'll start off with some runes and then we'll clarify with some cards. So let's jump in. What does Taurus need to know at this time? What's the energy that the universe wants to bring in? So you have the loved one. Cool. So let's take a look. What do you need to know about love? Holy moly, there's lots. Let's take a look. Okay, so we're starting off with Langoose. So Langoose represents like going with the flow. So with this love, what I want to say is that like don't put any expectations on the relationship. Just go with the flow and see what happens. Like I feel it's still something that's new, like in the early stages, that there's still things that you need to learn about each other, and this is where going with the flow will help you get to that point of it's like that comfort, like you really enjoy being together, but now it's getting to that comfortable stage. And you've got Suelu, and so Suelu is about having integrity. So what I want to say in these situations, it's almost like there'll be a conversation that all of a sudden like you don't see eye to eye on that particular topic, and it's like you need to have integrity in terms of if someone gets frustrated, you don't need to get frustrated. Try to diffuse the situation and actually have a conversation, because then you're actually listening to one another if it's a conversation. So that's where with these interactions you need to try to be like the words that just came to me are like be the bigger person. And you've got Thorisaz. So it is a new love, and because Thorisaz represents like an opening. So this is where I feel like through these conversations you start learning about each other, because this is still a newer relationship here, but just going with the flow without too many expectations, I feel in the long run will benefit you. You've got Manas, so you have to decide. It's like you need to decide what's right for you in your situation, in terms of if things are progressing quickly and you may seem uneasy, it's okay to say, hey, not yet. You're not saying never, just not yet. So and that's like an example to just say not yet, but you need to decide what's good for you in these situations. And you've got the blank rune. So these decisions, that reflection that you need to make, will open up new doors for you, will give you some new opportunities, but you need to make those decisions, and no one can make them for you. All right, let's go to some cards now. What can we clarify for Taurus? Let's do that again. What's the energy that wants to come in? Come to the edge. So what I want to say with this one is that take a leap of faith. Take a risk. Even though, like we're saying, go with the flow, it's okay in terms of like taking a risk. If something doesn't fit into the schedule, just go with it. See what happens. Because what they're saying is that there's always tomorrow to accomplish something. It doesn't mean to always put it off for tomorrow, but it's okay if things don't get accomplished in that day. And it's hearts. And we're just talking about a new love. And if you look, it looks like rose petals, but then if you look more closely, it's actually hearts. So it is a new love, and take a leap of faith with it. Have fun. What else can we clarify for Taurus? So you've got clean it up. So with clean it up, what I want to say is that to feel peace, you need to organize your own space. You need to clean it up, and it feels like in doing so you'll get clarity, and it'll help you with this reflection that you need to do here with Manas. So you need to get organized, and through that organization, it's like therapeutic. You're getting rid of stuff, you're cleaning things up, and it's like through those motions you're gonna get your answers. between two worlds. So it feels like before you make the decision here, you're like in limbo. You're like, should I, shouldn't I? And this is where you're in two worlds. You're trying to look at all aspects of the situation, but only you can decide what's best for you and your situation. So this is where once you've done that, you won't be between worlds, because you will have made a decision. And look, there's a crown, so you will make the right decision, is what they're saying here. The never-ending story. So it feels like it's never ending right now, because you haven't decided for yourself what's good. But going with the flow, it's like you're starting to get answers, but you feel it's like because you feel stuck right now, it feels like it's never ending, because you're trying to balance. It's like you're trying to balance multiple things and you're not feeling balance. You always feel you're leaning more to one or the other, and it's kind of like throwing you for a loop. But making some decisions, cleaning up your space, and deciding what's best for you. Look, you've got opportunities coming here with this blank rune. So this never-ending story, you're going to get out of this cycle. You'll get out of this situation, but you need to decide what's best for you. Oh, and look, there's a mirror. So you have to take a look at yourself in terms of how you're feeling, and this is how you're going to get some answers and break out of this cycle, is what they're saying. But you really need to decide what's good for you, and in everyday situations, go with the flow, because there is this situation here, this relationship, but you need to decide what's best for you and have fun. And yeah, that's what I have for you at this time. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.